In the previous episode, we went a little bit bonkers in regards to planning, filled some tight spaces with factories, and attempted some phantom membrane farming in our mob farm, which in the end severely failed. But no phantom will beat us. No, instead we're going to build a new phantom farm in this area right over here, right next to the bridge, and what will be a new street in the city. But not just that, we'll see to pumping all the necessary resources all the way over here so we can actually start our track production. Hello everybody, I'm Diosel and welcome to a brand new episode here on the Create Only in Survival series, where we're going to add the next factory, which is going to be the Phantom Factory like we attempted in the previous episode. Why? Because I want to see to getting a bit more movement in this area in regards to flying vehicles, and maybe even start the process of building the track that will head all the way from Spawn Island to the city. But enough about that, we need to do a bunch of things. So thanks to the community and the comments on the latest video, on the previous video, people mentioned that it needs to be deployers, and I don't know how I missed that, because deployers do player damage and spikes, well, spikes just do damage. So we're going to make something with deployers and stuff like that, and to do that I'm going to have to maybe grab a few things. Let's quickly see our create backpack. Deployers, I don't see any. Yeah, so we're going to have to make some deployers. There might be one. There's always one in here. A few deployers, grab a few building blocks, and then we can see to starting the building process on that factory. Okay, so I've got some of the materials we're going to need to build this little farm, but also I would just like to discuss the idea. I did sketch out something roughly in a creative world, which is just a bunch of colored line blocks or colored wool, and the idea, well, let me go show you guys real quick. This is what I want to show you. So this is the general idea, and these shapes are not final. It was just to help myself see what this area is going to look like. And the idea is basically that we have a lot more taller buildings in this area, but not just that, we've got some lower ones in front, a little bit taller over there, and that will lead up to whatever's going to happen in that area. And again, I got a really awesome comment about something that can happen up there, so I'm pretty excited. And then just to get back to it, so from here we'll walk on and we'll have a little walkway. I'm going to rip all of this out. I want to keep the streets level. I don't want it to go up and down, but we'll have a general street in this area. And I'm thinking, what was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide, because that allows for enough space to add some paths, do some things in the center and walk along it. And then we'll have the different factory or buildings on the side housing all the different factories. And here you can see I'm planning on doing wool and whatever. Again, that might not be final, but the idea is to maybe add the phantom farm in this gray block area, because I think that could look really cool if we have a little farm here on the edge. We can do some form of overhanging garden, and then the tracks can maybe get produced either in the pink build or on top of this, all depending on what I decide to do. With all of that info, I think we should head on to the survival world and maybe just clear out this blue area that will be the path. So with that itty bitty little bit of a build montage or a mining montage, we've got our road cleared out. And also I went ahead and dug out and planned a little bit in this area, because I think this is how deep we can go, so we can have some of the complicated bits below it. We can have the farm at this level, and we can still decorate it and have a nice walkway. So this is perfect. Also note that I've got this little part, I pulled it away from the bridge, because I'm thinking we can maybe rip this out and have an entrance to the building from this side, so you can enter the build. And then on the side over here, we'll have like its little shop and storage or whatever. And in here, we'll just decorate and make it real nice. So I'm pretty excited about that, and we can actually now start to plan and build this farm. Okay, so the most important thing with this mob farm is we're not going to go for the traditional size, plainly because we don't want the phantoms to fly all over. So I spent a little bit of time working in a creative world, seeing what is the minimum size we can make this thing to ensure that they still spawn on the inside and don't just escape and fly all over the place. So how that's going to work, we're going to do something like this. I'm just going to mark it like so. this will be the inside of our farm, surrounded by all of this, and these bricks, and this will all be the outer walls. And then what we can do is, I'm just going to leave that. We'll get that now. To also ensure they don't fly too high, we're going to go up and we're going to cap it at this height. Can I? Yeah. Because I can sneak underneath that. That will mean the mobs will only spawn in this little block. And I know it seems like we eliminating spawn points and stuff like that. But you need to remember, for every phantom membrane we get, we can make a total of 32 phantom tracks. So we don't need a lot to make. Well, it's every 2 phantom membranes we can make 32 tracks, I believe. Oh no, every 1. Iron is the double. So every 1 is 32, which is not a problem. And also we're going to add looting to the swords, so it will be a lot more effective. So I know it seems weird to make it really, really small, but it's just going to benefit us so much more. Don't know what's going on. I'm placing blocks all over the place and not where I'm supposed to, which strange. But we can rip this out now because we know exactly where the floor is. Yeah, we can rip this out. That piece I'm going to leave because that's the little, let's call it shop/storage part in front. Then we need to figure out where the center is. This line, obviously. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 4. So spawner is going to go right in this area. So I'm going to rip that out. We're going to put the spawner down here. And the reason we're ripping it out, because I'm going to power it via a redstone link from the bottom. Yeah, I think that's perfect. And then the next thing we need to do, we need to actually kill these buggers. So we're going to do this. Oh, wrong block. Like so. And then we're just going to plonk in. That's wrong. I want to say deployers. That's wrong again. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Like so. They will be set to hit, and we'll give each of them a sword. And this should be fine. There's one gap on the side where I guess they can fly around, but I'm not too concerned. Let's first just do this, and if this works, we can always add more, I guess, to the room rather than having too much from the get-go, because also I don't want it to be too busy that it lags out the area. I keep on doing that. So that's going to be it. This is what we're going to need to kill them and to spawn them and all of that. And I do notice I made a mistake. These need to go down 1. Oh, I'm not thinking. But anyway, so they're going to go down 1. I'm going to do that. I'm also going to rip this out because we need to add our system for giving this thing power as well, which will just be chain drives running along this. But again, it's going to have to be 1 lower. Okay, I'm frazzled. I apologize. So I'm going to quickly get all of this in. Okay, so we've got all the deployers in the right height with them changed to the little fisties. And then if we go down here, our little temporary staircase, I filled in the floor. And here you can see we've got the chain drive. We also have it pointing down on this point, because I think we're going to go down over here to get some power. Because if we go down straight over here, we enter into this void, which is behind the restaurant, which we can tap power into this line, because I do believe that this line comes from the greater power line all the way down here. Yeah, it links up all the way over here. So power is not going to be too difficult either. So if we just go straight down real quick. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I might just do this and just make it a bit bigger. But I mean, we can literally just tap into this. I might just pull from this one, because I think it comes up from down there. Yeah. So we can just link this one, take it around to this side, and then, yeah, Bob's your uncle. Right over here. That's relatively easy. So that's our power solved. Now, the only thing, can we get back up here? Whoop, whoop. Wow, okay. I didn't plan on going that well. Power, we'll rip out all of this. We'll just make it a bit safer and dig it down. But now that that's done, we need to add these on here as well. We're just going to do that because we wanted to drop all items except for the swords. Can we maybe optimize this a bit better if we rip out this? Because otherwise we're going to have to get a drawer slave on each and every single one. If we grab that, where's my storage drawer thingy? We're going to need that one. We're going to need normal of those. Can I make a few extra? Just make a few extra. And now the question is, will we be able to... Sure. Okay, cool. So we're just going to have that run all the way to the side. All of this is going to feed into those trims. These trims then will line up to this area over here in front, where we will have our little storage for phantom membranes, but also tracks in the end. Okay, this is starting to look like something. It's actually starting to look good. So I think what I need to do now is go enchant a few swords, and it's going to take some time. So I might do it in a montage. I don't know. I just know I need to do it and I don't want to, but swords, here we go. So after a bunch of trading and getting all the books, I am nearly done. I just currently ran out of levels, so we need to quickly just come and craft some of these bad boys. This has to be one of the most handy things to have in this in any mod pack. I mean, I would love this in vanilla. I know it's not very vanilla friendly, but just to be able to craft up your XP chunks and save them for later, it's a game changer. I absolutely love them. But anyway, so with that, let's quickly just do the last stack. We can chuck those into our backpack. I'm going to consume one stack because I'm not really sure. And then I've already finished 6 swords, so we just need to do 6 more. And now we can go sword, book, boop, sword, book, or whatever way around. It has to be sword first, like that. And we can basically finish our looting, mending swords. I'm not really even... Oh, we need more experience. Okay. Okay. I'm not even sure if the looting works. I want to say it does, because we've got the farm down here and I've never ever replaced the swords, so I do think it works. But anyway, so we've got the swords. I'm just no I wanted to leave these right over here. Let's leave the broken one maybe over there. Oh, there's a door there. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. We can use another door. Okay, so now that we have our looting swords, what we need to do is first of all grab ourselves a filter, and we're just gonna... Why did I enchant one of these twice? Because this is my usual using sword. Oh, I made a mistake, but anyway, it's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna add the filter, and we're gonna say it's a blacklist filter, and we're gonna say yes, and we're just gonna go and apply these to all of these like so. That will just prevent it from taking out the swords. There we go, it's last row. That's perfect. And then we can go ahead and give these the swords. I don't think we need to put it in a filter. I can't remember. I can't remember if we have to do it a filter, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So we're going to do those. The others are still in this backpack. So let's grab 6 more. I'll basically just have to craft myself a new sword because I used mine now. Which is fine. I don't really need the looting on the sword. It's just when I went to go phantom farming. So now we've got those done. And the next step will be just to use tinted glass just to do this. I'm sure you can use solid blocks as well, but I like the idea of tinted glass. You can see the hands poking through. And that should be it. I mean, we can turn it on. I've already added a clutch over here. We can turn this one off and just flick the lever. And let's just see, that should work. It does. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to hurt me, but clearly it doesn't. Okay, so I'm just going to do that again. And with that done, we can get into the next part of this farm, which is basically building up the walls, getting in the slab floor, adding a roof just to add to the spawn protect, and maybe just running a little drawer trim up to a temporary little storage on this side. So I don't think we're going to do that in any form of time montage because it's really just me placing blocks. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's time for that. And then we can actually test this farm to see if it works. So that was not too difficult. We've got the entire thing in. I did leave this tinted glass. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a little window so if you walk on the street you can see in, but this is more to have it there for if we do decide to do that. Then the next thing I want to do is I need to grab our phantom egg, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this to 2 phantom eggs. I'm gonna set this one to 2 phantom eggs. I'm going to remove this. So that's running. And let's quickly go upstairs. We've got 2 drawers over here. One will be phantom eggs, I think. And then we need to do phantom membranes. There we go. Just going to put those away. Those were ones we've gathered before. So that's now sorted. And now the next thing and the last thing, we need to right click this and make it very high, very fast, 128, save. And then I do believe we can just, maybe we should rather do it big blocks. We can just pop in the spawner, the egg, like so. I hear things. I see things. I don't see them dying. I do see them dying. I just don't see them dying fast enough. And I think the reason for that being is sweeping edge. We will have to go around and add sweeping edge to every single one of those swords, I guess. Let's quickly see. Do we have items coming through? I don't know if we do. I don't know if we do. That's the big thing. Let's quickly see if anything's made its way in here. Nothing. Now, why are you not working? Okay, I'm quickly going to see and troubleshoot, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so I bought a bunch of sweeping edge books just to help with the whole killing thing, and then I came down here and noticed what the problem was as I started replacing them. Remember, we put all of these to use item, and then we had to move it all down, and I forgot to do it again. So basically, no, not that. Our problem is literally, we just need to do this. We need to give it the new sweeping edge sword, and this should be all to... Oh, this is going to be a pain. To get it going again, I guess. So if we do this, and we do tinted glass, these should be done, so we just need to do all of them. To be honest, I should have known that was the problem because I did test it by running over the sword and they didn't do anything. So that is on me, but we can solve that now. We can fix it. We can get this farm up and running and really get into making all those little phantom membranes into train tracks. So I'm going to replace all of this, clean up all of this, and then I'll bring you guys back once we turn the contraption on. So we've got it all turned up and turned on and all fixed up again. So I think it's ready to turn on. But the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to set the threshold switch to 85 and turn off when reaching 35, I guess. Like that. We're just going to need to get ourselves another redstone link. Like so. And we can plonk that on top of this. Give it to phantom spawn eggs, and this should be it. Now if we chuck that in there and do that, I can hear phantoms dying, but will we be getting items? can see them dying and everything, but I still don't see items. Is this thing connected up correctly? It's running down into the floor. What is going on? We do have items in here. Oh, I know what's the problem. So it's working, but we do still need a drawer for nuggets. So if I were to do this, why does it keep on doing that? Oh, this was a drawer that made a little bit of a boo-boo earlier when I was trying to fix things. So if we do that, we get nuggets. There we go. We're getting phantom membranes and we're getting nuggets. So all of those are working. I just want to see real quick, did the settings on this revert? Very high, very fast, extreme, spawner on, save. Not really sure why it's not spawning a bunch. Nonetheless, it's working. I might just tweak it a little bit, just make sure everything's in real proper working order, because for some reason this feels very slow compared to the one we built in the creative world. Okay, just a little quick update just to show I ripped out the floor, made it half slabs, and spawning seems to be up quite a lot. And yeah, we're getting quite a few items, so maybe that's the way to go. Either way, I will continuously tweak it and see if we can get it at maximum efficiency. Now that we have some valuable resources all stockpiled, it is time for us to maybe look at automating tracks. And I don't know if it's necessary for us to make some normal tracks, but maybe we should just make a total of 2048, because I don't know. So one drawer full can't harm anyone. And with those, we can just make them bigger. With the bigger one, we can do nothing. I might actually not make them, because I can't see myself using them because they don't fit the style. Monorails on the other side, we might be able to automate in the future, I do think. Yeah, let's rip out those. We're only going to do phantom rails. So I'm quickly going to see if we can do a little shop for this or a little factory for this. We already have the items right over here. We're going to have a wall over there. So I think let's leave a little bit of space. We go over to about here. I'm actually going to pull it forward, so we can run some of the power stuff at the back, like that. We'll rip that out. We're going to add ourselves a belt running across. Then we need our deployers, and deployers literally only going to be 2. I might actually make it a bit shorter. And we'll just do deployer and deployer. And those will just literally take iron ingots. So we'll do this. So we'll do ingot and ingot. I think we need to do smart chute so we can lock the system. I don't even think that's necessary. Just normal chutes will be fine, because this will automatically stop crafting once it's full. So we can just literally do this, and we can grab ourselves a draw slave module, because we need to take items out of the system, send it along a belt, and then bring it to the other side where it gets picked up again. Yeah, that's basically it. This one's going to have to be a filtered one, and we're going to filter that with phantom membranes, like so, and I think we'll make it exactly 1 at a time. And then this one can be any, because it can pick up anything in any amount. And then we can just go up here because we're going to need 2 of those. And that's basically it. That's the entire contraption. The only thing we need to do is connect it to all the storage drives or storage areas. This area is easy because we're just going to tie into this because we're going to get our phantom membranes from here. And then that side, well, these need to tie into the main storage, which again shouldn't be too difficult because if you run on down, this is the one for the smelting and stuff. But right over here somewhere we do have trims running underneath these. I know it's somewhere in the center over here. I mean, I know, well, this is also trims, frame trims. Let's quickly see where those go out. They go out over there. So we can maybe just run them along the top. We just need to not connect to that system. Let's just see. Oops. Yeah, I guess we can replace this. Make this a trim line. Have it go up over here. Run across. And then from here, it can run into this building. And if we connect that trim to this controller, it will automatically mean that this system is connected to the iron. So we'll be able to take iron out, the phantom membrane, and then we'll put this into a storage where I think for now, we're just going to add another one of these, maybe. Potentially like so. I'm not going to connect it now, otherwise it's going to fill up with different junk. But yeah, that's it. Basically that is it. And then power, I can just run in from over here. If we go down, we can just nab power from over here. Yeah, for sure. That's going to be so simple. We just need to rotate it, I guess. There we go. No, one out. And that's power. I actually think we can go as far as to rip this out. We make these all shafts. And then we can just andesite casing them. Then they should still be spawn proof. And now we have power. Power and trims. Okay, I'm quickly gonna grab all of the items we need and craft all of the things, connect the system, and then we'll turn it on together and see if we can get some phantom rails. Okay, this monstrosity should be it. We've got power running up and it's running. Oh, I see what I did wrong here, or I see what I changed. This just needs to do that. Now we've got those going, we've got the belt going, and that all looks fine. We've got all the trims over here connected. Oh, see, this is going to be a problem. We need to rip those two out. We need to replace them with these, because otherwise, how are we going to tell them to only take iron out? Perfect. This one says phantom membrane. This one should be connected. No, it's not. It's not connected yet. But all of this is trim, so if we were to do this, we can see the whole system's connected. Now we just need to maybe turn these two into trims. No, not like that. Now all of those are trims, and the last two will be to connect these two. So if I do that, and that's all connected. Oh no. We need a press as well. Okay, well, that's not a big problem. So if we were just to grab ourselves a mechanical press, I've got one over here. Can I just make another one for in case? And we rip that out. We place that there. There we go. So now we just need to see if we can get these back on track. Like that. And if we chuck our tracks in there and we do lock this drawer, lock and quantify it. And if we pick it up, look at that go. We've got phantom rails. We've got phantom rails, which means we're one step closer to automating some flying contraptions around the city, and hopefully even, if we look at the map, a ship or something that flies all the way from the end island to our island over here. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about this, and I'm sure glad we could solve the problem with the phantoms and the farm, and we've already filled it up. It's going to stop now. We've already filled it up. We haven't even gone through, we've gone through half of our storage drawer. That's epic. That's really cool. Okay, well, this is done. The factory's done, and I know it's not the prettiest of things. We will decorate and everything, but I just want to talk about the decoration and the progress of the next couple of episodes, and they're going to be mainly just farms. We're going to add this farm, we're going to add 1 or 2 more farms, and it's just going to be a bunch of ugly monstrosities on the side of this cliff. And the reason for that being, well, it's the festive season. I'm going on a holiday real soon, so I would like to get some form of content out to you guys, and the easiest way to do that is just a bunch of contraption videos. So building's going to be put on the sideline for a little bit, and I do apologize for that, but once I'm back, I hope I get some time over the holiday to design a couple interesting buildings, so then we can just place them in the world. So with all of that said, it is time for me to say goodbye. This episode's gone on way too long, and I would like to hear your feedback in regards to the phantom rails. Are you excited as well about getting some movement in the city? And what would you add in the shape of movement to the city if this was your world? Let me know down in the comments. Then I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.